Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 236 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days in a row, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,500 miles within this time frame. This is my second year ever running. Within the first full year of running, at the age of 31, I was able to run 1,002 miles. I did that within 175 days out of the year in 2020. So me going for 1,500 miles is over a 50% increase in the amount of miles as opposed to last year, and me going for 365 days is over a 100% increase in the amount of days as opposed to last year. Not to mention this year are all days in a row with no days off. If that wasn't enough, I've also challenged myself to run two major races within this time frame. One of those races being a 50K ultra marathon race. That was the Yankee Springs 50K trail race out in Middleville, Michigan. I got that finished on June 5th, 2021, day 156 of my journey. I got that 31 mile race done within 7 hours, 15 minutes, and 22 seconds. Now, also within this time frame, I will be running the Detroit Free Press Marathon. That is coming up here in October. Really looking forward to that race. I will be doing the Motor City Challenge within that race, which entails me running the competitive 1 mile and the competitive 5K the day before the actual marathon. Like I said, that is in October, and I am really looking forward to that race as well. Other than that, let's kind of get into mileage. So for the day today, day 236, kept it nice and short and sweet. Didn't have much time to really get out there and get a bigger run in, as well as my body is still currently not up for the big run. Still kind of on recovery process. I have a kind of suffering with a right leg issue going on right now within the hip and especially towards the ankle. But I did get out there again for today and put in 1.5 miles for the day. That put me at 3.1 miles for the week, which put me at 89.1 miles for the month, which put me at 1,091.9 miles for the year. Let's focus in on these monthly miles. Every single month, I challenge myself to do a 100-mile challenge. I do it in honor of a charity in which I donate money to, and I also try to start a coinciding fundraiser to raise money, as well as raise awareness for the charity. So for the first 7 months of the year, we were able to raise money for 7 great charities. Now we're sitting here within the 8th month, the month of August, and we're raising money yet again for another great charity. The charity for the 100-mile challenge for August is the National Psoriasis Foundation. I chose this charity for this month, one, because August is Psoriasis Awareness Month, and two, psoriasis is something that I have and I have had for a good majority of my life. So I wanted to try to raise awareness and money for this cause. So if you'd like to donate to this month's fundraiser, you can find the link to do so on the Defining Discipline Instagram story or the Defining Discipline Facebook story. Or you may find it on my personal page's Instagram story or my personal page's Facebook story. Within those stories, you can just click on the link. It'll open up the donation page where you're able to make your donations. All donations that get made to this fundraiser, or any fundraiser for that matter, through this year goes directly to the charity, the cause. None of it goes to Facebook, so keep that in mind if you're worried about a portion of your donations going not to the cause. 100% of them are going to the cause. I do know times are tough, though. Not everyone is able to afford right now during this time. If that is the case and you would still truly like to help out, the next best thing you can do is click that share button. Because like I said, we are trying to raise awareness for these causes, and the best way to do that is to get as many people's eyes on it as possible, and the best way to do that is to get it on as many pages as possible. So click that share button and ask other people as well to click that share button, and it helps out tremendously. Other than that, I had been trying to read every single day for at least 30 minutes a day. Really fell off of that with the amount of hours I've been working and things I need to get done outside of my work hours on top of the podcast and stuff. So I've not been really able to stick with that. But I have also been doing a word of the day, and I've been doing a word of the day because I've been trying to really expand my vocabulary, become a better speaker, just become smarter in general, and learn a little bit more words. So for today's word of the day, August 24th, today's word of the day is cryptic. Cryptic refers to something difficult to understand that has or seems to have a hidden or ambiguous meaning. Today's word of the day is cryptic. Now, other than that, we can get right into today's episode 236. And I had not really intended to kind of piggyback off of yesterday's episode of overwhelmed, but we're going to kind of do a little piggyback off of yesterday's episode. So today's episode is 236. Today's theme is going to be calm. And we're going to speak of that because calm is the answer to being overwhelmed. Truly, when things start to flare up and my anger starts to flare up, the thing needed most is to remain calm, to try to calm down, to try to just relax and not let everything overwhelm me. But as of late, things have been very tremendously overwhelming with the amount of hours, like I said, I've been putting in, and the amount of things that need to get done around the house with no time to do it, as well as me trying to make sure I get these episodes in, make sure I get my run in. It's been a very, very stressful month and a half. So it's been really hard on me, and some days have really taken a huge toll. Even today was actually one of those days. Just started off nothing crazy about it. Just woke up really tired, felt exhausted, and didn't feel like I for a while now I have not really felt like I've been getting a good proper amount of rest to recover and from the night before or the day before in general. So just waking up today, not necessarily on the wrong foot, but just tired, exhausted, and things after that, going into work, everything seemed to go smoothly. Just kind of getting tired throughout work just because the days are long, and again, the lack of sleep is really catching up. But it was after work, getting home, and just seemed like everything was just kind of adding up. Tried to take a nap, took a nap, but was just still beat down, tired, exhausted, and just a lot of things were popping off where I had to try to attend to them, and then I had to leave and go back to work for a little bit to attend to something there. And it was just a very hectic day. I was able to get my run in after my nap, but it just felt like crap because yet again I'm still trying to nurse my right leg, and I'm just tired, and it just didn't feel good, and my anger is getting the best of me, and being overwhelmed has gotten the best of me as well. But the thing I got to continue to remember is it's within these times to really try to stay calm or to calm myself down. And it's usually once I get calm or calm myself down and I look back, even if it was just 5 minutes before where I wasn't calm, looking back after you kind of calm down, you kind of get a different perspective, a new set of eyes, just a new way of looking at it. And when I come back to it, thinking about it as I have calmed down, things, not that everything is perfect or works out, but it usually always seems to, like I said, give me a better perspective on it, where not only have I calmed down, but I can kind of remain calm, and I can, again, look at it through a different light, a different lens, and be able to not necessarily appreciate it, but accept it and kind of move on and go from there. So again, I think a thing that I need to truly work on, because we've talked about in previous episodes, my anger, overwhelming, just being super busy and not a lot of time, um, I need to truly work on trying to remain calm in those situations. Because when things are going bad and things are going wrong, anger or sadness or whatever the case may be, any emotion other than trying to attack it with a calm, clear head, you're just going to be flustered. You're just going to not be thinking straight. So when things get overwhelming and things start to seem like they're falling apart, and you know, I truly need to get better at trying to remain calm within those situations and to look at it through a calm set of eyes and look at it that way, because yet again, I'm not getting anywhere looking at it with anger or being upset or being sad or whatever the case may be. Whenever it's anything besides being calm, I usually do something irrational, or something irrational just happens in general because I'm not calm. I'm not approaching it with a calm, collected manner. So that is something I'm truly trying to work on. And these overwhelming days and overwhelming moments and week and this month and everything, as much as, you know, they are a challenge and they're hard, I have to, with a calm mind looking at it, it's something that I kind of should appreciate, and I should really try to work on, because it's a way for me to work on it. If I never got upset and I always remained calm, I would have nothing to truly work on. So it's kind of a learning experience. It's kind of something I can get better at. So I could either let it get the best of me always and get upset and get worked up, or I can look at it with the perspective of, hey, I always get upset. Hey, I always get worked up. What if I try to stay calm? And it's something I can truly try to work on day in, day out. And that's what that's what I'm going to do. I have been getting a little bit better with it. I will admit that, but there's still a long journey and a long way to go to try to become a more calm, collected person, especially in a moment of high intensity or stress. So that is what today's episode's about. It's about just trying to remain calm within those overwhelming or stressful situations, because coming at it with a calm, collected mindset will get you farther, not only farther, but it'll get you farther faster. And going at it with a hard head, or being upset or whatever, you may think you're fixing the problem, but as you're fixing the problem, you may cause two other problems along the way, because you didn't really, go in with a calm mind and a collected mind. So that's what today's episode is about. It's about trying to remain calm within those situations. So for that reason, your daily discipline is that. It is to think about all those situations in your life where you lost it, you lost your temper, or things got overwhelming, like we talked about yesterday, or things are overwhelming, whatever the case may be. Try to really think back at all those times and think about how you acted. Was it calm? And if it was calm, how'd that work out for you? So for your daily discipline, guys, it is to truly try to be calm. When things arise, try to approach it with a calm manner and a clear, calm mind, because again, I feel like you're truly going to get farther along that way than if you were to just attack it with however upset you are, or whatever the case may be. Other than that, guys, it's getting pretty late, because like I said, I had a lot of things pop off today where I wasn't able to get pretty much anything I needed or wanted to get done besides my run and this episode right before midnight. So that's great, and I got to go back to work in 5 hours, so that's also great. But anyways, I'm going to remain calm, because this is a learning experience and a learning curve. So thank you guys so much for following along and listening. If you guys can, please give the podcast a like, a subscribe, a follow, and a share on our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, our YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you've been following along and listening on. This is the Defining Discipline podcast. I am your host, Scott. This whole podcast is truly about trying to, you're following along with me as I try to work on myself on an individual level, because I truly believe that is going to be the determining factor of how the world will turn out. I think if we truly want to make the world a better place, we should start on an individual level, because who knows our flaws better than ourselves? And the more we work on the things that we truly need to work on, I think we become better people because of it. And not only that, the world becomes better. So if we were all to truly focus in on our own problems and our own missteps and flaws, and we were truly tried to work on them, I think that would make the world a better place. Make the world a better place in return. So guys, I'm just kind of mumbling now and slurring my words and all over the place because I am dead tired. So we're just going to close today's episode out. So thank you so much for following along and listening. Yet again, I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 237. Hoping the day goes a little bit smoother than today did. But if not, again, it's another learning experience for the learning curve. I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 237. And until then, peace out.